Walmart Spark promised me $300, and now it's time to see if they're gonna pay up. Welcome, my name is Mike. I'm coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I help you make money in different side hustles. Listen, they promised me $300. They might have even promised you $300. This is a guaranteed batch bonus pay. So take a look here, because I actually got my first assignment driving on Walmart Spark today. I need to take 15 trips this week, starting Tuesday until the following Monday. If I take 15 trips and batches count as one trip, which I don't really agree with, like stacked orders, 2, 3, or more assignments on one batch, it counts as one trip. Okay, that's the terms of the deal, but 15 of these trips, it is $300 guaranteed before tips. Before tips. So it's $20 per trip before tips. And I mean, I've done Spark for a bit now. Comment down below if you're doing Walmart Spark, but like at least 80% of customers are tipping, if not 90 to 95 plus. So there's some real bank here. Now the question is that we're going to answer at the end of this video is Walmart going to pay up? And I mean, frankly, am I even going to be able to hit 15 trips with the time that because obviously you only have so much free time. Can I hit 15 trips in this time threshold? So listen, here's my first request. It's a curbside pickup, so I just got to go to Walmart. They load the stuff and I deliver. Now this is one of those batched drop-offs. Look, it's 2 orders, $32.92 for 9.8 miles. We want volume insofar as we want to take as many trips as possible. Well, 15 trips to hit our threshold here. So I want to have the shortest single runs possible. Obviously, I'm looking for short single runs so I can just check off, you know, trip 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So I did take a batched run over a single run because the mileage was almost identical, but the pay is more. So I'm protecting myself if I don't hit the 15 trip threshold, because again, I only got so much free time, just like you. If I don't hit that, at least I'm getting a little more bang for my buck for the same miles driven. And we're at the Walmart, parking in front of the labeled pickup areas. I'm in parking spot D as in David. This is, I feel like the recent swing point of Spark is how long is this wait going to take? Because I've had times where there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at least pickup spots, maybe a little bit more down there. And they've all been full and I've actually had to wait. So there's not a ton of drivers here. These are regular pickups, consumer pickups, as well as Spark pickups. So I have those 2 customers. We'll wait until the associate comes out, and you do have to scan a label to start and finish deliveries. So hopefully this doesn't take too long on the wait time. And we're off. My estimate was 15 to 17 minutes of a wait time plus loading time. Not ideal, but like kind of unfortunately, that's pretty much the norm. I've never had it where like I've parked and it's immediately been ready. 11 minutes, 5 miles to my first customer, which means it should be 4 some miles to the second customer, and then we'll come back here for our second official trip towards the bonus. I've never seen this done on any other app. Look, it's already determined where the associate's gonna load the batched order because there's 2 or more assignments. There's an icon, it says, this order's in the trunk, this order is in the cabin of the vehicle. Super smart. Now, obviously, you're gonna grab a sticker because remember, I said you have to scan the label with the pickup and the drop-off, so still do that. Keep that sticker with you and put it, you know, the sticker in the back, the sticker in the cabin, because you need to scan that again. But as a system of like a double check, I love that. And it takes the guesswork out of it. Obviously, you want to double check and stuff like that. That's a good idea. So I'm sitting at the end of the second customer's driveway. Well, it's not even the driveway. It's like a one-way secondary road. I can't imagine what that's like in the winter. Now, the reason I was sitting there was because I was basically right in the middle of 2 different Walmarts, because I'm gonna get an order at a Walmart or Sam's, and it was either in the North Versailles area of Pittsburgh or the West Mifflin area where we just came from. So I don't want to head to West Mifflin but get a really good offer for North Versailles and have to go backwards. So I mean, don't wait in someone's driveway, certainly. So don't do that, it's weird. And I don't even wait in like the neighborhood. I'll go like around the corner in a neighborhood sometimes, and I'll park and wait in a neighborhood if that's my strategy. Like, I don't know exactly where I'm going. But there I just drove down that kind of one-way small road and just waited, again, because I didn't really know which way I wanted to go. So I got this order. It's 2 drop-offs again. It's a batch order. I don't love it. It's what, 10 plus miles. It's 20 some dollars, which is good. It fits the initial dollars to mile ratio, which is what I want you to earn, at least $1.75, ideally $2 to $3 paid out per mile. But remember, you always have to drive back from those drop-offs to the Walmart, Sam's, etc. I'm passing Kennewood Park. Haven't seen that in years since I moved back from San Diego, so I'm gonna enjoy the nostalgia. And I'll see you in 18 minutes back at the Walmart. As you can tell, we're losing the light, which means it's getting later, which means it took all of the 18, well, actually 20 plus minutes to get here. And I'm just doing my second pickup. I don't know how many times I can say it. The centrally based warehouses, per se with Walmart Spark, coupled with the wait time, really makes it, I've said this before, kind of at the bottom third of my side hustle list for you. Hopefully this helps you understand like those juicy promos that seem so attractive, $20 per trip. I mean, is it really worth it? That's the entire question we're trying to answer right now. Well, I just finished my one delivery there, and now my check engine light is on. Now, I just took this Passat into the dealership not like 2 weeks ago. I got the oil change, I got the state inspection, I got a ignition switch switched out because it was deteriorating, and I got a daytime running light replaced. Gosh. All right, let me fill you in quick. I'm in a completely different vehicle that you will never see again, used for gig work on this channel like ever again. I don't know what it was. I figured it was an error code or something that just needed to be reset. Well, I went out driving today, my next day of this Spark bonus program, and it just feels unstable. At idle, that RPM, the rev range just seems to be kind of sputtering. It seems to be hitching a bit, dropping down to the point where I feel like the thing's gonna stall. And I just took it in, which is kind of ridiculous. But I already told you, I just took the darn thing in. So let me explain while I'm in this car. This is my personal vehicle. This is a vehicle that I do not use for gig work. It's a 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. And again, I will never use this for gig work again. Frankly, it is super nice outside. I do not want to be stuck inside all day. And I could run some errands and stuff, but I want to get you some content. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drive a little bit on Walmart Spark. I feel fine. The weather's good. I don't got to worry about that. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit even more careful, like loading stuff in this, and make sure the associates are very careful as well. Never use your personal vehicle, especially if it is not insured for gig work. Okay, this vehicle does not have gig work supplemental insurance. I know it sounds scary, but the only thing that really matters there is if you're in an at-fault accident and your insurance provider, in doing their research, which they will do, finds out that you're driving using your vehicle for business. That's not what they signed up for, and that's not the coverage you initially got. You got it for just driving, personal driving. This is business driving, so they're going to deny that claim, which means you can be completely out of pocket. Now, the chances of that happening, yes, it's very small, and especially today, and knock on wood, it's infinitesimally small. Using my vehicle for just a couple of hours on business use. Now, I could insure this. It's not a lot, folks. Don't get scared about spending money on gig insurance. It'll help you in the long run, and it is not a lot more per month. So yeah, I can insure this thing, but I'm not going to use. It's too nice of a vehicle. That's another point. Do not buy nice luxury vehicles. No one should be using a vehicle like this for gig work. All right, it's going to obviously depreciate faster. Now, if this is your only vehicle, and if it's within your comfort zone, whatever vehicle it is, all right, if it's in your comfort zone, that's up to you. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but if you're going to use especially any vehicle, honestly, get that supplemental insurance. Talk to your insurance provider. Most every single major carrier has gig insurance. Now, it does not cost a lot more per month. So welcome to a Spark shift that you'll never ever see again here on the channel, because I do not want to be stuck inside. I can film you some other videos, but I want to at least do a couple of runs here as we try to hit this guaranteed pay. I guess I should have showed you the actual order I did take. $17.86, 6.1 miles. Different Walmart this time, Bethel Park here in Pittsburgh. It's all in the Pittsburgh zone, so it still counts. Just to clarify, now I'm not a lawyer or anything, but it's not illegal to use your personal vehicle for gig work. I mean, it's not, clearly. Just you may be on the hook to pay if it's an at-fault accident. Obviously, if someone else's fault, their insurance pays, what have you. All right, it doesn't stop. Something else that's new. When the associate loaded the goods into my vehicle, small order, 7 items, like toilet paper and some stuff, I had a sign for it. Not like it really matters, but I told him, I was like, oh, for Spark, we're signing for it now. And he said yes, so there we go. All right, pickup's done 2 this time. And since it was 2, we did have to split the load from the trunk cargo area to the cabin here. And again, no icons. It doesn't say like, hey, this customer's in the trunk, this customer's in the cabin, like that other order. All right, delivery number 2 completed, no problems at all. See, I like Walmart Spark. It's really simple. The app works. It all comes down to what, like I told you earlier, the wait time at those restaurants. Because look at this order. I'm squeezing one more in here. We're losing the light, but I'm gonna take one more. So this one's great, $20.32, 5.1 miles. Back to the same Walmart. The margins seem pretty good. It's just this. It's this and then the wait time. The drive back to the Walmarts. So you have to be careful of that. That's why, I mean, really on any gig app, you want the shortest miles possible for the most pay. All right, so let's reflect on basically a roller coaster weekend, trying to squeeze $300 out of Walmart Spark. And yeah, a lot of unknowns happened on the way here, some curveballs. So takeaways for you if you didn't know. Hopefully, number 1, the personal liability aspect of using your personal vehicle for gig work. And I would, like today, if you don't have that supplemental gig or a hybrid coverage it's called, just tack it on your insurance policy, because we'll let you know how the Passat is. But number 2, that the bonuses on Walmart Spark, I don't love it. I don't think it's the best way of doing it. But yeah, the batch trips that only count as 1 trip. So I really just drove the past couple of days here, 6 hours total. And the reason being, if you're subscribed, and again, consider subscribing if you haven't already, is I was dog sitting at my parents' house for the majority of the week. So I couldn't just leave, and I wasn't really near a Walmart. And again, I couldn't really leave because I'm dog sitting. So I kind of had the idea that I wasn't going to hit it, but I still drove today and yesterday trying to hit the numbers here. But anyway, even though I didn't hit it, I still got $129.83. Now, you can see Walmart says it's unconfirmed. We still have some tips rolling in because there is a 24-hour window for the customer to possibly edit the tip, but I feel good on that. Let's just assume $129.83. So approximately 6 hours, that's a gross revenue per hour, $21.64. That's not bad, but with Spark, it really does come down to the miles, in my opinion. So 8 deliveries on this shift, but it only counts as 5 trips. Again, that's kind of the thing with Spark here. I don't love that with the bonus program because, I mean, you only want to take single drops, so we had some stacked drops here. Business miles here, the big kicker with Spark, 84.1. Now, I got $1.54 paid out per mile. That's not bad. I mean, a floor, yeah, 150 basically is where I want your floor. Maybe 125 if you really have to push it. But our channel goal is $1.75 and ideally $2 to $3 paid out per mile. But I mean, looking outside of that, $21 an hour and $154 paid out per mile is not bad. It is not awful. It's not like I made $15, $17, $18 an hour, which would have basically been a throwaway weekend. It's not like I made 90 cents a dollar per mile. It's not stellar, right? It's not ideally where we want to be, but it's certainly not a throwaway weekend for this side hustle. Based on those business miles, I get a tax deduction of $52.56. So a roller coaster weekend, certainly with some curveballs. I'll have to let you know how the Passat is taking it in on Wednesday, but hopefully you got a value in this. And I think that was a learning point for us, something at least we can get out of this. So drop a like on this video if you did get value. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.